In a small, quiet village, nestled in the rolling hills of rural America, there lived a young boy named Jake Thompson. His world was one of dirt roads, wide fields, and the rhythmic hum of farm life. Jake's father, a humble farmer, worked tirelessly from dawn to dusk, tending to their crops and animals, while his mother maintained the house with unwavering devotion. Though the Thompson family had little, they had each other, and that was enough. But Jake had dreams, big ones. Unlike his friends, who seemed content with the simplicity of their village life, Jake yearned for something more, something beyond the boundaries of the small town he called home. From the moment he could hold a pencil, he was drawing pictures of cities with towering skyscrapers, bustling streets, and neon lights. His walls were lined with posters of astronauts, athletes, and inventors, people who had come from humble beginnings but made their mark on the world. "Jake," his father would say, squinting into the distance as he wiped the sweat from his brow, "the land is where we come from, and it's where we'll stay. There's no need for dreams bigger than what we have here." Jake's heart ached as he listened to his father's words. He understood the sacrifices his family made, the long hours his father spent under the hot sun, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he was meant for something greater. He didn't want to leave his family behind, but the thought of a life without striving for more haunted him. One fateful evening, as Jake worked alongside his father in the fields, a car drove by, its sleek body gleaming under the setting sun. The driver, a tall man in a sharp suit, waved as he passed, and Jake watched in awe. The man was heading to the nearby city, the same city Jake had dreamed of for years. That night, after his father had gone to bed, Jake made a decision. He was going to chase his dreams. With nothing but a worn-out backpack, a few dollars, and a heart full of hope, Jake left the village the next morning. His journey took him to the bustling streets of a modern American city, a stark contrast to the quiet village he had left behind. There were flashing billboards, crowded sidewalks, and a pace of life that made his head spin. For a while, Jake felt small, lost in the sea of people. But he reminded himself of the dreams that had always burned inside him. Jake's first challenge came when he sought work. He knocked on countless doors, applying for jobs in offices, restaurants, and stores. Every rejection stung, but he refused to let it define him. No wasn't the end. It was just a part of the journey. Jake knew that every failure was a stepping stone toward his goal. He continued to push forward, determined to prove that he was capable of more. His breakthrough came when he stumbled upon a flyer for an entry-level position at a tech startup. The job wasn't glamorous, but it was a start. Jake took the job as a junior assistant, handling everything from making coffee to organizing meetings. It wasn't the dream job, but it was a step in the right direction. Years passed, and with every setback, Jake learned to rise stronger. He spent late nights studying coding and programming, taking every opportunity to learn and grow. He built connections, asked questions, and stayed focused. Slowly but surely, Jake began to climb the ranks within the company. He wasn't the most experienced, nor the most skilled, but he had one thing that set him apart: his unshakable determination. One day, as Jake walked into the office building, his boss pulled him aside. "Jake, we've been watching you," his boss said with a smile. "Your hard work hasn't gone unnoticed. We want to offer you a chance to lead your own team. This could be the opportunity you've been waiting for." Jake's heart swelled with pride. This was it, the moment he had worked so hard for. But as he stood there, gazing out of the office window at the city below, he remembered his roots. He remembered the quiet village, the fields, and the dreams of a boy who had once stood in the shadow of doubt. Jake smiled. "Thank you," he said. But this is just the beginning. He had come a long way from the small village, but he knew that his journey was far from over. He had faced rejection, failure, and doubt, but he had never given up. And in that moment, standing at the peak of his success, Jake realized that the greatest lesson he had learned was not how to succeed, but how to never give up, no matter the odds. Moral: no dream is too big if you have the courage to pursue it. Like Jake, the boy who never gave up, we all have the power to overcome obstacles, learn from failure, and create the life we've always imagined. The road will be hard, but if you keep going, the impossible becomes possible.